851, turn right heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Hey everyone, welcome to DJ's Aviation. As I mentioned a few weeks ago, news on the Boeing NMA, dubbed to be the Boeing 797, will be coming in thick and fast as we continue to approach the expected announcement date. This will be occurring at this stage in the next 12 to 18 months. This comes after Boeing announced we wouldn't be seeing any announcement during the 2018 Farnborough Air Show. The 225 to 265 seater aircraft, as mentioned, dubbed to be the 797, has been inspected closely by Boeing over the past few years, with their in-depth analysis on the aircraft increasing over the past few weeks. This new focus comes as the plane maker determines whether or not there is a business case for the NMA. I briefly discussed this in an earlier video, but there's so much more to the discussions. Boeing says that over the next 9 to 12 months, they'll be honing in on the 797's business case. In these 9 to 12 months, we will not only potentially find out more information about this NMA, but we will also learn whether or not Boeing sees a business case for this aircraft. While I usually go to Boeing officials for comments on the aircraft itself, the chief executive of the Air Lease Corporation said the following to Reuters: "Building a business case in 2018 for an airplane that won't start in service until 2025 is not such an easy slam dunk," adding, "That is the challenge of the NMA." This is all in reference to the business case for the NMA. Essentially what Boeing want to do is firstly launch an aircraft, but they want the price to be low and not too high, also not too low at the same time. They need it to be at a price which will be attractive to multiple customers and therefore lure them into the program. However, at the same time, they need a high enough return. With a number of other middle-of-the-market airliners currently on offer, Boeing need to price it perfectly in order to be competitive in its sector. Now, going back to what the Air Lease Corporation chief executive said, "I wouldn't normally question someone within the industry, as truly I'm just an aviation YouTuber, but in my opinion it does seem odd to me that building the business case for an aircraft in 2018 with an entry into service for 2025 is judged to be a problem. Don't get me wrong, I have no doubt that launching an aircraft is of course extremely difficult, and determining whether or not there is a business case and whether it would be successful is actually even harder. However, if we take a look at the 777X, this is an aircraft which 6 or 7 years after it was revealed will finally enter service. This means that Boeing would have had to analyse the need for an aircraft within the same time frame. In saying all of this, another way to look at it is that the 797 is a new aircraft, a clean slate, while the 777X is too. It is built off the already successful 777 series, which had customers commit. Now, in saying that, you could just say for the 797 that customers ordered the 757 and 767, and therefore they may opt for the 797. I guess that's just my views, but if you have any thoughts, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. The Air Lease Corporation Vice President further added, "They have to get it right. It is a tough needle to thread. We've seen over the past few months the huge demand from carriers around the globe for this aircraft. But in turn, we've also seen a huge variation in needs, with Asian carriers wanting, for instance, an increased cargo section, and other areas no doubt wanting range over passengers and vice versa. This is where the expected two variants come into play. One will focus on the range, while the other will focus on the capacity. Finally, it's worth taking a look at the Embraer and Boeing deal. This is expected to be finalised in 2019. The expected reveal date for this NMA. It's likely that the deal will follow what Airbus did with the C series. In turn, this means the overall portfolio of aircraft that Boeing will have at its disposal will be far greater than before. The question now is, would it be more beneficial to play around with the E2 series and offer that as like a 797, similar to what Airbus is doing with their A220 series, formerly known as the C series, or just launch their 797 regardless? The Boeing CEO said that it would give them additional opportunities to consider, meaning we shouldn't rule anything out at this stage. I've posed a lot of questions in this video as well as new information, so as we always do, if you have absolutely any immediate thoughts, opinions or views on what you'd like to happen, don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below. I'd like to thank you very much for watching this video of mine, and I do look forward to you all joining me in the next one.